know, this is the time we check out top 3 movies that came out of South Africa, top 3 best movies to come out in South Africa. And to help us with that is Cape Town's filmmaker. He goes by the name of Frank, and he's here on the yellow couch today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
While your first chosen film is, of course, a film titled Winnie, which is a proudly South African film. And it takes us through a life of a very faithful, devoted, committed member of the ANC, Umama Winnie Mandela. It takes us way back to where it all began when she was born. And Tatak was very disappointed that it was a she, not a he. Then it takes us to a point in life where Usisike actually gave up an opportunity to study in the US just because she felt like she was more in the dry chair in Mzansi.
And Winnie Mandela, though, criticized the fact that she was not consulted for the making of the film about her life and called it a translation of a romantic life of Winnie Mandela. Frank, how did this film make it to your top 3?
Okay, first, I understand the point that people thought that why it brought the romantic story in it. The reason I enjoy and I chose this movie, it's because they talk about a she and not a he all the time. We know everybody talk about Mandela, we know the story about Mandela everywhere, but the reason I chose this one, it's the way they brought the story that a lot of people did not know. We come from very far there, we know Mandela, but we don't know the deep story that happened when he was in prison, what happened to the wife. I know now she suffered, I know she went through a lot that people don't know there. So I choose this one because I know it's a story that people don't know and people need to hear about it.
Of course. Frank, you're also a filmmaker. Would you have approached it the same way?
Okay, I don't understand, like, explain that question.
As in, would you have approached the making of the movie the way that the producer did it in this?
Okay, this thing was there. I was like trying to debate in my head myself, like why the two producers had to choose 2 American actors, and why they couldn't choose like South African. So it come to it, I realized that okay, I never watched a movie that have a South African actor as Mandela or anything. So if I had to change, that will be the only thing that I would have changed. But the story is quite deep. The romance that they brought in it was something they have to say, okay, we need to make it, they were like committed, they were in a relationship. Of course, it's a story that, of course, we don't only talk about politics. We have to put stuff to make people feel comfortable.
And it's a beautiful movie to check it out because it shows the romantic side of things. And you guys, if you've never checked out Winnie, let's take a look at this and you can let us know on our social media what you think about it.
Africans want political independence. South Africa belongs to all those who live in it.
Who is he? Nelson Mandela. I would follow him anywhere.
You two know each other?
He offered me a lift once.
I'm sure he did.
I like you, Winnie. You are not afraid.
Of what?
Of me? We were all created free. Viva ANC! Viva!
The blacks have the moral high ground at the moment. We have to get to their leaders before they gather momentum.
You're coming with us.
Get your hands off my wife!
This court finds all of the accused guilty of conspiring to overthrow the state. The sentence is life imprisonment.
Mrs. Mandela, what are your plans now that your husband's been sentenced?
I will not allow the selfless efforts of my husband to be abandoned.
Mandela's dream of a free society will be kept alive.
My father warned me this day would come, but I didn't think it would be this soon.
Your daddy will be so proud.
Where's the father?
Away.
And why for this?
We must break up.
Please, look after my baby! Please, look after my baby!
What have you done to my wife?
They have made me stronger. We are winning, Nelson. We are winning. Keep fighting! Keep fighting!
because they have put my husband on an island, that he will be forgotten.
The harder they try to silence him, the louder I become. Amanda!
The next film chosen is Kalushi, which is based on the life of Solomon Mahlangu. Kalushi is brutally beaten by the police. He goes into exile following the 1976 Soweto uprisings to join the liberation movement. He returns from military training in Angola. I will hand over to Frank to tell us why this film made it to the list.
Okay.
Frank, can I say, you seem like to love movies that are all about
the politics.
The politics.
Okay. I know I was expecting that question. Okay. Most of it, when I check it's a South African movie, and then I think the politic part. First, as a filmmaker, they were well made. The movie are so good. And most of the characters are also very good. So I think they're putting too much effort when it's a movie like that. Yeah. Because I had to choose the three best, so I had to check a lot of things. I have to check the story. I have to check how the people feel about that story, and then how was, of course, the rating and all these things. So I choose the three best guys on those things.
I must say, Kalushi is a very beautiful locally made film, and it's done, and the actors there are local. Yes. When I was watching the film, I was literally in tears, bro. Yeah. That's how beautiful. That's how beautiful the film is.
I think you should feel bad because it was the same thing as I say. The story that's behind it that we don't know about, and people should know the story.
Of course.
Although we know Mandela was in prison for 27 years, which is okay. But the story about Kalushi happened in that period, but we did not know about it before. So when I heard about the movie, then by the time I look at it, it really touched me. The courage the young guy have.
I'll definitely check it out before 2017 ends, I promise.
Yeah, and right now when I take a look at Kalushi, I love this film, guys. If you've never checked it out, to make sure to check it out and support #LocalIsLekker.
Prosecution, please lay the charges against the accused before this court.
2 counts of murder and causing fear and distress in the public domain. My name is Solomon Mahlangu. I live in Mamelodi, C2 Ndebele section.
There's going to be a match on the 16th of June in Soweto. I want you guys to come.
Soweto made us angry. It made me angry. Policemen killing children. What? Afrikaans? We were tired of only having stones to throw while you shoot us with bullets. We were going to fight fire with fire.
Solomon Mahlangu and Mondi Motlang have a common purpose. They left the country together.
They underwent military training together.
You're not mercenaries. You're freedom fighters. Are we clear?
And together, they terrorized the people of South Africa. They had a common purpose. And that purpose was murder.
Welcome to Pretoria Central Maximum Security Prison. When you leave here, it'll be in a coffin.
There is no punishment that you can lay out in this court. No law, no government can pass that will kill the will of the people. Because we will fight. We will continue to fight until all our people are free.
Last but not least, we're going to check out Beyond the River. This is arguably one of the best films to come out of Umzansi. It is, of course, a beautiful story, a story of hope. Beyond the River tells the story of a young man from Soweto finds new meaning in life through canoeing. Together, he and his unlikely partner overcome personal differences and challenges to form a strong bond and tackle the legendary Dusi canoe race.
Of course, so we're going to check out the trailer, and when we come back, we will let Frank unpack as to why he chose this movie as his top 3. Let's check out the trailer.
Khona isisho bekathanda ukusisho Once idusi uyenza kayi-1 uzizwa ngathi ayikho into engakuhlula emhlabeni.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
That's like a machine. He's won 9 golds in the doozy. Next year I want to do the race. Maybe I can do it with you. Why don't you partner with this Duma kid? I mean, he's seriously talented. Should have seen him when he was younger. Didn't we used to call you something? Helicopter. Hey, helicopter. This guy is good, man. He just needs a break.
Attack, man! Hey, man, I tell you one thing, Mr. Kenu. We can't choose our grand. He was a fella la.
Ngathina mesidla uBansley thina kubamba athletes.
Umuntu ufuna ukuphila impilo yakho ngesibanga.
Ngiyabona man. Usho ukuthi wena ufuna umngane ozokuthatha kise phezulu. Akubuyisa kushayise phansi wena etakeni.
What are you doing, Jogo? And what do you want to do?
I want to be a somebody. It's me, Steve. It's Duma.
I wanted to talk about canoeing.
We can try. I'm not saying it's gonna work or anything. We can try.
Steve, me, I'm scared of those things. What's it gonna do to you? Bite me. You white people here call your dogs nice things, with fluffy. With me, where I come from, we call them Hitler.
Stay on my shoulder! Don't force it, man.
We were hopeless. I've done 15 flippin' doozies. How many you done? You blew your mouth.
This is not okay. I think that we should see a psychologist.
Why do you want to do this race with me?
You're strong, and you don't give up. And I want to be like that.
Ngakhohlwa ukuthi uyinika uNkulunkulu lento. And into oyinika uNkulunkulu akekho umuntu ozoyithatha.
You're the one who said we must become like one person, and we're not.
Is that the ocean? Yeah, it's the first time I see it.
And that was Beyond the River. And you couldn't stop complimenting the movie, Frank. Why?
Okay, I know we talk about the past, something happened. This movie is something that we took that happened recently, and then the true story for sure. And then I like the fact that it's 2 people that come from different backgrounds. You can't believe that they even met.
Yeah.
So with what happened, work and situation, and then they end up meeting. And then I know it was so hard for them to meet because when you watch the movie, you know everybody was going through challenges and stuff in life. And then they had to team up and you know where they went and then they went. I think it was about they all help each other to accomplish their dream. So I love this movie for that, not pushing to make your dream come true.
It gives us hope, as I said. It's a film that is all about hope. Guys, if you want to know more about local films, I feel like Frank is the guy to hit him up on his social media platforms. Frank, before we let you go, if people would like to follow you and just to know more about local films, where can they find you in terms of social media?
For now, I work with the Black Film Festival. So we take movie made by African people, direct by African people, so we encourage that things so much. And the people who have written movie and then they want to put it out there, we want to regroup stuff and then shoot stuff, so they contact us from there. And then if people want to contact me also, I do, because I work different stuff, so I do photography and I do film. So Black Filmmaker Film Festival is the platform you can find, or you can check me on Instagram, the real Frank Cool, and then Mukendi Photography, those things as I work together to help people.
Well, thank you so much. There you have it, the top 3 movies so far to make it out of South Africa. Right now we're going to have to take a quick break. When we come back, are we saying goodbye?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're saying goodbye, and we have a performance just to close off the last show of 2017. Guys, we'll be right back.